Avinun Olgeta Wantok. My name is Benedict Ollie. I just arrived back into Port Moresby from Australia after staying in Australia 6 weeks over my scheduled return. I'm happy to be back home, but I also feel for those who are still in Australia and can't make it back as yet. The process I went through pretty straightforward, although we'd been seeing statements from the Prime Minister and from the controller saying that our isolation costs would be met by the state. This is not the case. When I followed up with my Consul General in Brisbane, he told me, and the DFAIT team told me, that if you want to get your clearance letter, you still have to show us a receipt from an approved hotel or isolation site in Port Moresby before you can get your clearance letter from the controller. Once you get your clearance letter from the controller, you then go back to New Guinea. If you had a cancelled ticket with them, they will just renew that ticket. If you have a ticket with another airline, I think you'll have to pay for a new ticket with New Guinea, and once that's made, you can come to the airport. They will let you know, they'll confirm your flight, and the controller and his team will give you a letter sent to you by our DFAIT team, and you print those letters. You have to have a hard copy to bring to the airport. Without a hard copy, you might not get on the flight. There was a couple of cases where people had to return the next day because they didn't have those printouts. So to avoid all of that, make sure you print out your controller's approval letter and your ticket and your receipt for your isolation cost at whichever hotel you made the arrangement with. Now, how did I feel about the whole process? Look, I'm not gonna, point fingers and jump up and down. I'm just happy to be home. All I can say is, things could have been done a bit more better, but I understand that the government is doing its best, and it's easy to stand from afar and throw stones. But Yiplo Gaman, Tingi Mosem, everything that you do, people mipla sa pilim pen blongene. Na, you don't operate in a vacuum. We appreciate what you're doing, but Tingi Mosem, Yipla no stop lahap lo one monem, but to serve the people of this country, and as God is our witness, He alone and you alone will know if you are giving us your best or not. That's all that we want. Give us your best. I would have liked to be in country sooner, but it turns out otherwise. So I'm just happy to be back home. The advice that I have for those still in Australia: hang in there. The official, I feel as of right now, you have to pay an isolation site, a hotel here, before you get your letter to get your ticket to come home. But I have a strong feeling, and I could be proven wrong, but just hang in there. Very soon, the rest of you won't have to pay. The government will take on the cost and you will all come home. I just had to bite the bullet, and I was just fortunate that my sister could pay for it, and I came back here to POM and will see my children in 14 days. How I feel about it: government, please, if you've decided to sponsor the isolation thing, well, fast track it. Wokim hurry up na. Allow Auntie Jeanette and Brother Stephen and Brother Japheth and everyone else who's having a hard time fast track it so they can all come home. There's not 2 million of them. It's only maybe 200 or less, since a number have already come back since you opened the flights. So please, a lot of people saying that it's politics to do with Peter O'Neill and that he's locked there and because of him. I don't buy into that. I'm sure that you have very good reasons for doing what you do, and we all support that. And the Lord give you wisdom in dealing with this unprecedented situation that we have. I'm true. Just thinking Mosem, all man kisi time to not stop, yeah. So have that in the back of your mind. No one's having a holiday over there. Everybody is under stress every day. Checking updates, checking families, checking relatives or friends who are, in the government, in the relevant departments. Hey, what's happening? Did you guys hear anything? Any good news for us? We're living every day like that. It's one plakain. This lakain warrior sastilim life blumane. Before I went down, I didn't have too many white hairs. Now look him. We'll get a go plantation come up now. Anyway.